We are chatting, ladies and gentlemen, to close off the show with my inspiration on now with an icon, a legend. The one, the only Mr. Chris Tambu Herbert is here with us this morning. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
So far, so good. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Now,
can't complain.
Everybody knows you. They're familiar with your music. They know your story. They know the journey that you've been taking. Can you tell me a little bit, as we get started, for those who may not be up to speed, that transition you made from soca into gospel, what inspired it? What triggered it?
Well, that was an experience that I had while studying abroad. I had an encounter with God, and He made the decision for me. And it wasn't something that I could have gotten out of. You know, it's something that I ran from for years. But, you know, when you're cornered, you're cornered.
Yeah.
So you just have to deal with the reality or the truth that confronts you.
Now, when you're in the industry of the music industry generally, you know, they measure success by earning income generally to be able to live and to be able to afford things, nice things in life. Does the gospel music industry afford you those same luxuries that you would have when you were singing soca?
Not really, you know. The gospel industry is very different. Things could look better when they travel abroad to minister, but in the kingdom is really not about finances. So if your mindset is about to make money, then that is the wrong mindset that you will have, and you will cultivate an attitude, and money will be the objective and not the salvation of the souls of men. So, no.
No. All right. The short answer is no. I appreciate that. But in terms of the industry itself, though, I mean, we've seen the gospel industry. Now we have, you know, radio stations that are dedicated to gospel music. We see young gospel artists taking their own slant on things. Have you seen growth in the industry since you've begun doing gospel full-time to now?
Yes, of course I've seen. Well, you know, this is a different generation. And young people, they seem to be more exposed, and you would agree that the computer is and the internet is the way that the world is going or has gone. And these young men seem to be trying different things with the music. What I think is happening is that the music is being well produced, and they are listening, they are growing, and you can hear it. I felt that the gospel music has gone leaps and bounds. You know, there are certain aspects of it which, of course, could be improved, but like everything else, you know, every generation has the teething issues. Yeah. But I expect that it would mushroom into something beautiful. So I can't stand to criticize it. It's a different energy now, you know.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I just have to love it and support it.
Nice. Yeah. And how have you been doing in terms of the pandemic and in terms of making music and stuff like that during the pandemic? Have you been able to do that?
Well, I have never stopped writing, actually. And I have something happening in the studio as we speak. But in time that will find its way in the ear of the listener and the radio station.
And you better come back here to drop it too, you know?
Yeah, I will. I certainly will. Don't worry, I will. Because I like you. You cool. Yes, I like you.
I appreciate that, sir. Yeah. I appreciate that. All right. This segment is called Inspiration on Now, right? So as you know, I know that you're also a pastor as well. So I would like you to give our viewers some words of inspiration on this fantastic Wednesday morning before we wrap up.
Well, what I will tell you viewers this morning is that with God, all things are possible. All things are possible. You cannot agree with the reality of the situation. You have to speak what you want the situation to be. It comes like somebody will take you to see a house, and when you see the house, you start to complain, but this house old, it run down, look at this, look at that. That is the wrong perspective that you have. You have to see the house how you want it to be. Because it's only when you see something, it becomes a reality to you, and you can lay hold on it. So I'm saying to Trinidad and Tobago, don't look at the present reality now. If this is happening around the world, but you have to create the atmosphere and the nation that you want by first having a vision of that which you desire in your mind's eye.
Nice.
And that is my position in it. Yeah,
nice.
That's my position in it.
And that is a perfect way, I think, for us to wrap up this morning. I want to thank you so much for joining us, Chris Tambu Herbert, and continue doing the great work that you're doing, and we'll be chatting soon.
And thanks for having me, man. Much love, much respect,
Every
and
time.
peace. And you keep throwing it in, man. You're doing well.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
God
Take care.
bless.
Stay
Bye-bye.
safe.